everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Handmade by Shirley. Thank you so much for joining me. And today I've come on with some Inkylicious because I haven't done it for ages. And I was I would say I was inspired by Andrea the Cumbrian Crafter, who today did a lovely sunset page for a book. So I thought it's time. I got my Inkylicious stamps out. She didn't use Inkylicious, I don't know what the stamps were, but she did make a beautiful sunset. So head over to her channel and have a look. So what I thought I might do, I'm still deciding, I might use these gorgeous Heron Lake stamp sets. So there's plenty of these. I've had these for a while. If you're interested in any of the stamps and any of the masks or stencils, you should go to inkylicious.co.uk. Okay, so I hope my lighting's okay because it looks a bit, I don't know, it just looks a bit dark. Let's see if we can make it a wee bit brighter. Is that brighter or not? Or is that darker? Not sure. Right, so what I have got, this is something I had got recently and I've not used yet. So it's an arch shape aperture stencil. So you can use it either way. You can use it as an aperture or as you know, covering what you've already did and going around perhaps with some ink. I don't know what that's called. Now, I have got some of the products as well. I've got this, so I thought I'd do one card with these inkscapes. So you get a set of 8 inkscapes, so they're all different ones, if that's something that interests you. So I thought I'd use one of them, and then I'm going to use the actual stamping card, which takes all mixed media and crafting medium on it. So, you know, you can use it wet or dry, you can use inks, dye, pigment, oil, anything, watercolours, watercolour pens, pastels, chalks, colour pencils, etc, etc, etc. And I just thought I would try it out to see. So that's just a wee heads up about that if you're interested. So I've got this, as I say, this one, and I've picked something else for the other one, but I do want to probably put some other bits here, bits and pieces. We will see. I might do this one for the second card on the actual seascape. Well, they're not called seascapes, they're called, what are they called? Inkscapes. So that's 2 I've picked out. So this is a smaller card with, this is a 4x6 base, one in cream, and this is the stamping card, which I have cut down to, I think it was 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So that'll go in there, and then this is just a piece of the stamping card, which I might not use because I'm going to be using the Inkscape, so I probably won't use that. So let's get started. So let's start with this one. So I don't need that. So now she says, where is the tape? Over there. Bear with as I get it. Hiding over here. I thought I had everything ready, but I don't. I've just been doing another tidy up of my stuff recently. I'm going to just see if I can change this setting. Let me see. No, that's not going to work. I'll better leave it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tacky, probably could have used that actually. I'm going to take this arch piece out because I'm going to use that on the next card. put that there, and I'm going to use the aperture, and that just fits on that bit of card there, like so. So first things first, I want to just line this up onto one of these lines, and I'm just going to put that on the top there, stick that down, and then same at the bottom, just a tiny bit there, like that. Okay. But I could just do the whole thing, but probably don't need to because it's an aperture and you're not going to see this bit, but just so it doesn't move at all, I'll just tape it all down. Oh, that's not even straight. It's still not straight, but I don't think that matters too much. Come on. So I've got that tape down, and now I am going to just pop this in. So I want it to be, so actually I'm going to have to take that off, this bit off because it's not far enough down. It's actually this bit, let's just put that underneath just now. And then just take this piece off actually, because it's this bit I want to move. So I need to move it right to the very bottom there. And let's see if that aperture is going to fit on there now, because I want the whole thing in. I need to move a wee bit at the top as well. So just because I've made it such a small piece of paper, or card, it's got to fit on. So let's just put a very tiny bit on there, and then we can pop these bits, and that should be fine. Let me just check before I put the tape back on. So it needs to be there. Yeah, that's going to work. Excellent. So what I'll do is I'll just put these bits of tape and try and find middle ground. I'm going with this line here to try and find the sort of middle ground area. I think that's fine, and I'm just going to tape that down there and tape that down there. Right, hopefully that's okay. So what I want to do first is to start building up some colour on here first, and then I'm going to stamp with some, well, I could use VersaFine Clear or my other blocks, could use Nocturne, so bring them both out because these are ones that won't bleed. So you wouldn't use Distress Oxides to stamp and then put water on it, because it would just all react. Whereas these don't react, they're not water reactive. So, right, so let's get started. So I've got a couple of brushes now, I've got a couple of colours. So I've got Blueprint Sketch, I've got Saltwater Taffy, Mustard Seed and Savage Patina. I may add some other bits into it as well, I'm not sure. So I'm going to start off with this sort of darker colour, which was the Blueprint Sketch, and I don't think I've used this much. This is quite new. So I'm just going to go round the edge, all the way round. Probably could have used a smaller brush. Never mind. Done it now. similar brushes, but I don't think they're that good. I actually got the Inkylicious brushes actually, but they're not actually on the desk yet. They'll be somewhere in a box. So that's my first part. So the next part I want to add in is going to be the, I think I'm going to go for saltwater taffy actually next. So put that brush away and get, let's find one that might work. Right, and then I'm just going to go in, just round that area now. I'm not going to do circular, I'm just going to try and do this, see if it's going to work. I think some of these need re-inked because they're getting quite dry. They are well used though, so I mean, what can I expect? They are very well used. Let's just try and get a little bit more on this side. That's better. I think it's probably the brushes, you know. I've had these brushes for ages as well. Probably need to renew them a bit. Anyway, let's see if I've got any other ones that would work. I have got some here. Should have used the Inkylicious ones. I have got these ones, but they've got quite dark bits on them. Let's see. Any more? That's a tiny wee one. What's on this? Let me just see what's on this one. Actually, not much, so let's just try. These are not Inkylicious either, but these are much newer brushes. So I'm just going to try and blend that in a wee bit with this brush. And I might have to go back over with the blueprint sketch, just to kind of blend that in together. Right, I'm going to just leave that there. Right, I'm going to go in with a little bit of mustard seed and then in the middle, if there's any left, I'm going to do saltwater taffy, if there's any left. Right, let's try and go in a bit here as well. Quite nice. And let's just see the Savage Patina in the middle. So let's just put that into the middle. Like that. That's got a kind of green colour, but that's actually okay. Now I do want to put a little bit of black soot. Where is it? Where are you, black soot? You're definitely there somewhere. I just can't see it. Oh, here we go, up here. So I think we might be able to use this brush, and I think I'm going to go around the edge with some of this. So this just kind of draw your eye in a bit, or it should. Sorry if the camera is shaking a bit. Now, I think that saltwater taffy has disappeared a bit. So I'm going to try and get a smaller brush, and that might just bring some of that out again because it's kind of disappeared there. Right, let's see what we can do now. So what I'm going to do next is put these away. Oops, this one doesn't go there. And these two can just go up there and pop that in there just now. So I still want to keep it on, so I'm just going to do a little bit off up the top here. Some spritz, not much, just a wee bit. Just a bit up there. That's fine. And then I'm going to take, which I don't have either, what I'll do is I'll just use a bit of this. Where is it? Pick that up with that, that's fine. There we go, and we just get a little bit off something extra, and I mean that's quite a nice wee bit on a bit card, which I could probably use for something, sure. So it won't go to waste. Right, so I think I said I was going to use these, but I'm wondering, should I just use this one in the middle and use the other one for this Inkscapes. Right, so this is a man in a fishing boat. Something just fell off there and went down onto the floor, and it was a wee tiny bird. Just get it. There we go. So you've got, so it's 3 birds. I've only got 2 there. Anyway, so there's the guy in a fishing boat, which I'm going to put on a block here. And then we will stamp him on and see what he's like. So I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm just going to go just about there. And there we go. That looks okay, I think. So just pop that there, and then we've got these nice kind of like reeds and things as well. So I'm going to put I've actually got the Inkylicious things I could be using. So I'm just going to put, so this one goes to this side. So I want a bit on, but I want the bottom off because I just want to see as if it's just coming out of there, which is gorgeous as well. And then I've got another long one like that. Right, I've got another one of these, and this is going to go onto the opposite side here. Just like that. We'll try and maybe go down a bit actually. And I'll just use Nocturne again. So always do your background. If you're doing a background first, always do the background first. Don't stamp with black and then go over with it because it will cover what you've stamped. Yeah, so might just go above that this time. There we go. That looks good. Put that up here as well. And now we've got these birds. Now there is 3, but I seem to only have 2, so I don't know why that is. So I'm just going to try and find the best way that these go. And So I think they're geese actually. There should be 3, I think. So let me see if that's, yeah, it's probably a good way to do it. So let's just do that, and I want them to be kind of just there, like that. Lovely. Lovely. Now we're going to take this off, and then we are going to reveal. Oh, that is nice, isn't it? I'm going to wash that shortly. I'll just put this onto here for now. So that is gorgeous. That's a nice reveal, that, isn't it? I do like that. I shouldn't have done that, should I? Now there is wording as well. Not sure if I'll put the wording on. I could put the wording there, certainly. So it says a fishing line has a hook at one end and an optimist at the other. I mean, I could put it there, but I feel it really probably needs to go there. So I will add that. I wasn't going to, but I think I'll just do that. So let's just pop that where, oh, where I want it to kind of go. Pick it up and then bring that there and then line it up. Get it in the right spot. There we go. And there we go. That's gorgeous. So that's my first card, front even. So if I get the card base now, and I'm just going to pop it on, so it'll go on like that. So it'll be quite simple with a nice little image in the middle. Now, you know that I like a splatter, so I may be splattering with some, I got a new Inkylicious. So I think a wee splatter or a wee bit on here might work, just to make that look a little shimmery. Could have put white on it. Now this will also activate the distress oxides as well, so just watch. And then I might just put a wee bit on him as well, and some on the oars. Just adds a little extra. Some on these bulrushes. And I think I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to overdo it because I don't want it to be a mess. So I'm just going to fix that on. So I've got a new, lovely new Nouveau glue, because the other one I've still got, but it's really not quite, it's really nearly finished. But I've got this one, so this is probably my most favourite glue. I did try the magic glue as well, which is good. I do like that too. But I think this is probably my go-to glue. So let's just make sure that's round the right way, card. Yes. And we're just going to add that on. Now this is going to be a long video, but that's okay. I think it's nice to see the process, I think, anyway. So I may put a line round this, not sure, but that's my first card. So do let me know your thoughts. That's a mark. Now I've got this new little gadget. So it's this is a new little gadget which I bought, and it's an eraser. So you get so many eraser nibs in it. You get this little gadget. You put 2 AAA batteries in, and then you can get rid of blemishes. So let's see if this works. Don't know if it will. It might not. it's more for kind of glue. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I hope you like it too. So pop that over, put that away. So we're going to come to the seascapes now. No, I keep saying seascapes, it's not, it's inkscapes. So pop this on, because we don't want that to go everywhere. Pop that on as well. And put these away, out the way. And I'm just going to come back in a minute once I've cleaned these stamps, okay? Right, so I've cleared up and I come back and I've got this arch shape. But I'm also going to use, I changed my mind and thought I'd use this Reflections Thinking of You stamp, which is really nice when it's stamped out. Because sometimes I have tried before with stamps where I've just turned them upside down, and obviously you don't get the tree or whatever the image is in the same place. It's going to be in the opposite direction, so it doesn't really work. Whereas this stamp, this is a whole stamp and these 2 sentiments. So let's try this one. So I'm going to use the Inkscape, surely not the seascape. So for the Inkscapes, these are probably really good for people who find it hard to blend inks. So these are, so you've got 8 of them, 8 different ones. I haven't picked one yet. I haven't opened these actually. Right. So you get 8 different ones. So there's ones going landscape as well, which is nice. That one's nice too. You get, so you do get the same actually. No, you don't. Silly. It's just that's the same purple as that. So thinking about what might be quite nice colour-wise for this particular stamp, I don't know, I think maybe this one, or it could be that one. But I'm thinking more of water for that. I could do that one as well. There's a few, but I think I'm going to go for this one. So I'm just going to cut that down, and I'm going to keep the outside part, the, what do you call it, the, I can't think of the word, that is ridiculous, the tell me somebody, the border, there we go, dear me. So this all reacts to all your sort of water type mediums and things. Now I'm going to have to cut this very slightly because obviously, oh, I might have cut too much off there. No, that's okay. And just a tiddler of a slither off this one as well. That's better because obviously I want it to be all the same. And maybe a tiddler of a slither off this, but I don't know. Ooh. Better. Yeah, that's good. Right, so it just looks awful dark in my screen. I don't know. Right, so I'm still going to stick it down because I don't want it to move. I'll just probably stick it down at the top actually. Could stick it a wee bit more. I'm not going to do anything at the top because there's no ink blending. I mean, you could do ink blending, I suppose, over the top if you wanted, just to darken areas as well. So just keeping that there, and then I'm going to get this big block. I mean, the stamp's not that big, but just could have used my stamping wheel as well. So I want to do, so it's going to go this way. I want to just get it. See, that's come off. Stop. I have got a sticky mat here I could be using. Let's just put a wee bit at the bottom as well. Oh, what does it say? It says that you can still use your, so you could brush it with a soft wet brush. You can create water splatters and blot off, add ink splatters and more colour wherever you like. So you could add colour to it as well. But I'm just going to keep it as is, I think. So I'm going to find that kind of area, which is kind of in the middle. Now I did say I was going to use this, but I don't think with this stamp it's going to quite fit. So I can always use that again at some point. Right, so I'm going to pick that up now. And I'm going to ink it with the Nocturne again, because I think it works pretty well. Now the only thing with this, it's probably is best to use a stamping platform, but I'm just going to do it as is. So I'm going to line it up with this area here, because actually, wait a minute, I need to pull this down so I can get the actual silhouette, the reflection even, down there, and upside down. Or is that upside? Yeah, it's that way it goes, I think it goes that way. So we're going for this area here. There we go. And because we're using this ink, you could use our archival ink as well. You won't get, if you put any water or anything, it won't bleed, or it shouldn't, at least it shouldn't. Right. Ooh. Now, see, that's the goodness of using a stamping platform. So, I may make this a mess, you know. I think I need to go back into that centre piece. Now, I'm being very brave here. So, it's going that, it's going, what way is it going? That away. So, I could muck it up, you know. Oh dear, try not to, let's see, is it, I think that's not, I think that might just be in the right place. Let me just get it. Oh well, I soon find out, won't we? Oh no. No, gonna have to start again. Oh, I don't like that at all, that's a shame. I wonder if actually I could just colour it in with my black pen. But then it's not gonna look quite like the silhouette, is it? Could maybe just kind of, maybe we got away with it there. Not sure. Not sure. It's okay. Let's just go over this bit as well, 'cause it's not quite. So I would probably should have used my stamping platform, but I didn't. So I think it's okay. It's not my best. I probably could do it again. But the video is going to go on for ages. It's already at 34 minutes. I think I have saved it. Hopefully, she says. Right, now I've already got, what I want to do is to actually add some, I could add some wording first as well. So put that over here. there. It's sticking to everything. So I've got a couple of sentiments. We could have thinking of you. I feel it needs to go down there. I could still have thinking of you down there, or you're in my thoughts. So I think I'll do thinking of you. And I think I'm going to just do it down here, unless I balance it up and put it up there somewhere. What do you think? Let's just put that back on because it's moving a bit. So I've taken that bit off as well. So let's pop that to the top. Right. Maybe I could just, I'm just going to do it here. There we go. That works, that's nice. So let's pop this to the side for a minute. So I now want to just make sure, there's that piece of paper, that I don't get any, that's all bloating. So once it should be dry, it should dry right away. Yeah, and then this piece here should dry right away. So I want to add a bit of water. So here's my water here. So let's do a wee bit up here like that. Just 3 taps. Like that. And you can see that is reacting. So I'm going to do this piece again. And you can see that has reacted quite nicely. Probably better if I had tissue paper. So yeah, that's made a bit of a mark. There's a few bits here as well. Right, on the bottom, what I want to do is I just want to bring my brush in. Now I've got a new set of brushes here. So these are a purchase from So Stream Green, which I actually got when I met up with Jenny Ginger Ninja Crafts. That day I went to meet her. Right, anyway, how do I get into them? So these are just a nylon here, 5 set brush. So you just need a wee brush. I want this brush at the end actually. This brush. So I'm just going to wet it. And then I'm just going to do a few wee lines just along here. I think I'll take this off. Do a few wee lines along here. That just kind of lifts a bit of the colour. So it's really quite good from that point of view if you're not, you know, you're not too keen to do whatever it is. You can just go over these. And then if you want to take a wee bit more of the colour out, just go in again. And that should take a bit more of the colour out, hopefully. Should do. That gives a nice effect, I think. It's a good idea. If you want to probably take a bit of that off, you could then just kind of do that. There you go. And then maybe I could put a few splats on here as well. I know we've done some already, but let's see if we can do a bit on here as well. There we go. So I have got a wipe here, so let's see if we can pull some of that back. That's better. Here we go. Ooh. No, still a bit on here. Right, so I'm just going to give this a quick dry and then I'll come back. Right, so I've come back and I've cut out a bigger, slightly bigger moon because I want to make more of a sort of colour, more colour there at the back. And this is from Inkylicious as well, so it's a kind of hill scene. I've got other ones as well which have different things on. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit here would work, or further down it could be, just kind of there. So thinking on what colour to use, I'm going to just put a little bit of salvage patina on. And I'm going to use a much smaller brush. So I'm just hoping this brush is not going nasty on it. No. So I'm just going to go up here, create a bit of a hill space here. Okay, so now you can see now, as I just commented, don't do over here already. You can just take that off with a wipe. Just take that off with a wipe there. So don't do over. So if you really are doing it, it's just because I decided to do that, but you can always take it off with a wipe. So I've got that, and then I did have a moon from Inkylicious, but it's way too big for what I'm wanting. I just want to cover that already sort of muted piece of the moon or sun, whatever it's going to be. So I'm just going to take a couple of colours and just go round that sun or moon. I'm not going to tape it down, I'm going to be brave. Just probably far too much I've put on there. Can always blend it out a bit. And some of the other colours. Put that there because that's too bright, I feel. So just putting that back. So I'm going to get a bit of, I think I might put that after, but I'll put a bit of this Savage Patina. Oh, don't put your finger in it, Shirley. And I'm just going to go round this area. It's probably going to go green, isn't it? But I'm just going to put, I don't think that brush is particularly great, is it? Let's see a wee bit round here as well. It's going to kind of green because it's mixed with a yellow. Just another wee bit in there. And then I want to put some of this saltwater taffy as well. Let's see if we can find another sort of small brush. It's not covered in something. What's this got on it? I think that's okay. And then I'll put that back on just in case. I mean, you can stick it on with something. You could do it on a post-it note as well. circle, but this is how I'm doing it, so hopefully it's okay. I'm going to go that way so that you can see what I'm doing instead of me covering it. That's okay. And then I'm just going to put a couple of wee streaks. That just kind of takes the darkness away, and then I'm going to just put a couple of bits in the sky as well, the back here. And at the bottom I'm going to just put this as well, because it's going to reflect. So what I want to do is just do very lightly around here. Now what I can actually do here is I can actually take it out. So I get my brush again and I just go around the edge of this. So I will have to paint out. So if I just go around the edge a bit, just so I know where I'm painting out of. See what I mean? So that will create that shape, and then I can hopefully make a sort of, I might have to stamp it in white actually, even though I've not got a circle to stamp. Let's see. Let's just take that sort of a wee, maybe a wee better like that. Just sort of creates the illusion of the kind of colour. Now, let's see, let's just put a wee bit of this on as well, bottom. You just can see a bit of it there, and I'm just going to put, let's just get rid of that. This is going to be a long video, folks, I hope you don't mind. Just kind of take some of the colour out. Hopefully that'll work. Better. It's kind of getting lost there. Let's see if we can just do that very kind of bit there. Edge. Find a clean bit to kind of dab it. That's better. I mean, I could put that there, but that's going to look silly, isn't it? So, what I could do actually is I've got the stencily part, well, the bit that I cut out, so I might be able to do a little bit of a circle here in white. So I've got everything out here now, so let's just get rid of some of this. Let's just move these a bit. So I've got this kind of circle shape. Well, that's what I cut out. Where's my other scissors? Because there's a bit I didn't quite cut for some reason. Oh, there they are. So just cutting that to as circular as possible. And thanks for staying with me, if you are staying with me. Really do appreciate it. So I'm going to stick that on there, and I'm going to try and add some of this, not with a paintbrush. Better put that lid on because it might go everywhere. And let's get these cheapy brushes. Hopefully I've got one that's, I think they're all used actually. I don't think I can use them. Let's just... hopefully this one's okay. Let's just try it on a bit. I don't That was okay. So, stop sticking to me. I hope you're enjoying staying with me, folks. I hope you're not too bored. You can always run this on a bit. So that was where I had it originally. So let's just put a bit of white, make that moon reflection. That's fine. Just soften that a bit. That's fine. There we go. So I think that's me done. I can add some white little bits to it. Let's see, I've got this white pen, so let's just add a few wee, might have a couple of bits there. Not always that great at adding white to things. There, just leave it like that. So, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Sorry it's taken so long, but when you're watching a process like that, it does take quite a while. Please do let me know your thoughts. That's the first card. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And that you might think about doing something similar yourself. Thanks so much. See you soon. Bye.